Hi, I'm Bill Moseley, and you're listening to the Dave and Creech Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dave and Creed Show. I am here with Bill
Yes,
Moseley.
hello.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you. Hi.
Our podcast co-host Dave Sheridan says he wishes he could join us, but he's building a house in Charlotte right now. But sends his
He's building a house in Charlotte?
Yes.
Got some bread, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I want some of that, Dave.
So thank you again for taking the interview. And now everybody knows you obviously as Otis and the Devil's Rejects and Chop Top and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Out of your career, other than those two that you're most known for, what are some of your personal favorite characters?
Well, of course, there's Luigi Largo in a movie called Repo, the Genetic Opera, which kind of morphed into the Magician in The Devil's Carnival 1 and 2. I certainly love playing Johnny in the Tom Savini color remake of Night of the Living Dead. What else did I do? Played Mayor Buckman in 1001 Maniacs or 2001. I think some Maniacs have slipped away, but 2001 Maniacs. And I like playing Dr. von Strasse in Rob Zombie's fake trailer for Grindhouse. Little trailer of a movie called Werewolf Women of the SS. So I get around. I do a lot of different things, and I'm very happy to take on any new character that wants me.
And now you played, like we were talking about, you played Chop Top in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. How was it after that movie, helped get you out there, to come back a couple years ago and do another Texas Chainsaw, but this time in a different character? How was it, though, to return to the franchise?
Well, it was very cool to do it. I was actually playing Drayton Sawyer, which, of course, was Jim Seadow's famous role in Chainsaw 1 and 2. Jim passed away a while ago, and so I was very honored that they wanted me to actually play his character. It was a bit of there was some pressure because, I love Jim and I wanted to do right by Drayton. So worked very hard on it, trying to get Jim's body movements down. And he really had kind of strange movements, so it took a while to figure out how to do that. But I did get to say, "Look what your brother did to the door," which was my fan moment in Chainsaw 3D. So we did actually shoot it. I guess I can tell you this now, but we shot it in Louisiana, outside of Shreveport. So outside of Bossier City, and so it really was. Honestly, it was the Louisiana Chainsaw Massacre, but don't tell anybody.
Secret safe with me.
Yes.
Now, for the role of Otis, did you use any sort of inspirations in creating that character?
I didn't. I actually, at first when Rob wanted me to play Otis in House of a Thousand Corpses, I really thought that Rob just wanted a kind of a reheated Chop Top. But Rob he saw in me something I didn't see, which was kind of a badass, hot-looking dude. A lot of, Otis is kind of a sex symbol in a strange way, unlike Chop Top. And I never really thought of myself as that kind of guy. So Rob gently but firmly pried my hands off Chop Top and led me to Otis. Once I found Otis, which was about maybe a month after we finished shooting House of a Thousand Corpses. That was kind of had Otis, but I was still groping a bit. Rob gave me some good mannerisms and some good suggestions, which got me closer to Otis. But I didn't really find Otis until maybe a month or 6 weeks after we'd finished shooting. Rob needed some more footage, so we went over to Wayne Toth, the makeup person's studio, and we shot a black and white segment called I call it the Run Rabbit Run segment, where it just has me looking at camera going, hunting humans ain't nothing but nothing. They all run like scared little rabbits. Run, rabbit, run. Run, rabbit! And so that was when I finally got Otis. It was like, whoa, that's Otis. So when we did Devil's Rejects, I had Otis, and I really hit the ground running with him. Didn't have to, find the character. A lot of times, I do a lot of low-budget independent features, and what happens is, you're given a script, and you read the script, and you get ready to play the character, but you really haven't talked to the director. You haven't met your other cast members. There's no rehearsal. You kind of fly in one night and you're shooting the next day. So a lot of times you don't really know the character that well. Actually, with the Devil's Rejects, it's the only time I've ever played the same character twice, to tell you the truth. So that was a great advantage because I knew the character. And as I say, I hit the ground running and really had a ball shooting Devil's Rejects, even though it was a really tough shoot. We did the whole thing in 30 days. Hence, on the deluxe DVD, there's a second disc that's called 30 Days in Hell, which is a documentary basically following the shooting, the making of Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, that was an amazing documentary. And speaking of Rob Zombie, you've collaborated with him on multiple projects. How was it working on the remake of Halloween?
It was a lot of fun. I actually it was interesting because that was the movie right after Devil's Rejects, and I wasn't a part of the regular cast in Halloween, and Rob, I guess, showed it to the Weinstein Company that produced Halloween. And they liked it so much they gave him some more money after he had finished shooting to add a few scenes. And so Tommy Tolles and Leslie Easterbrook and I are in one scene as security guards, and then we get killed by Michael Myers. So that was actually, that's always a feather in your cap. And he also added Sid in a scene with Malcolm McDowell as the graveyard keeper or whatever Sid was. So that's basically all we got to see of it. But I loved the movie. I thought it was pretty awesome. And then in Halloween 2, I did a brief stint as like a local horror host. And that movie was good too.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for your time. Is there any other films that you're working on right now that you'd like to promote?
I think at the end of the month I'm doing something called Lou's Place, L-O-U''S, down in San Diego. It's like a horror movie, centers around a card game. And also, I have some music that I made with Phil Anselmo of the group Down and Pantera. And I call it Phil and Bill out of respect to him. He calls it Bill and Phil out of respect to me. So one of these days we've got songs, and I'm just kind of waiting for Phil to finish mixing them and finalizing them. And so that's something that's coming out one of these days. Phil and Bill, it's called Songs of Darkness and Despair. They're a happy contribution to the music world. So that's what's going on.
Well, awesome. I want to thank you again. You've been an awesome guest, and hope to have you on again in the future.
Well, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
I was sent to New York to get special contacts, custom made. We discussed and did trials on the makeup, both for the wound.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dave and Creed Show. I am here with, as it says on her shirt, the
batshit crazy.
Yes, Alexander Breckenridge. Thank you again for joining us. It's actually your second time on the show.
It's a story about two inadequate robbers who try to pull one more heist.